newspaper article. The Washington Post is a famous newspaper. As I was glancing at this, I noticed this article on how coaches who are black are not being hired for the NFL. So instead of arguing in general that racism is bad and I wish that it was different, we want to get to something specific that can be argued about a specific person or agency that is going to need to be different, and how do they need to be different. So as I glanced at this article, what I found out is there's a commissioner of the NFL, and he's basically just not hiring enough black coaches. And he could actually improve the hiring rules by following what they call best practices. So I'm really on my way to a good thesis statement. I can certainly read more about this, but I've got the basic idea down. To get my 3 reasons and you can see I've already Googled this earlier today, what are 3 reasons why I would want to write an essay on how the NFL commissioner should change his hiring practices to follow best practices so that more black coaches are hired? So I'm looking at what are the outcomes, what are the reasons I want more black coaches? And when I look, here's an article right here that already has. Oh, they win more games. Wait, they win more games? Awesome. They're more experienced, they're more capable. This article itself actually has several reasons that I can borrow to use for each of my body paragraphs. Now, you may be thinking that you've heard something in the news, and I was looking at some of the news stories, and our governor actually signed into law something that is going to prevent discrimination in schools and allow folks to have their hair the way that they prefer, rather than saying you can or can't wear your hair this way or that way. And this actually also extends to salons or people going to cosmetology school. They will now be required to learn how to work with textured hair. This is a really exciting topic, and I'm sure you could think of some reasons why you would want another state to do it. So since Governor Pritzker has already passed one here in Illinois, we can't argue for it because it's already been done. So a student who wants to write about this one would just simply look to the left of us, look to the right of us, find another state that is actually discriminating against students in schools or other areas, and ask their governor to pass a similar law. So there are other ways. If you're Googling, you can just Google something like the phrase controversy in healthcare. You can see I've been Googling these earlier today. Then click on the news button. What this is going to do is give you news stories, and then start looking at these and decide, oh, I'm really interested in this, or this, okay, I don't want our water to have fluoride. I'm not sure. I know in Illinois, actually in our community, it's illegal for us to take fluoride out, but maybe you've done some research and you've decided you don't want fluoride in our water. That's great. You would argue that you want our governor to pass a law ending water fluoridation for our state. That would be a great topic. So just keep hitting the next button till you find something that you would like to write about. There are a lot of states right now that are passing specific laws to prevent people under 18 to get any sort of transgender medication or changes or surgical procedures. So that's kind of a hot topic. So if you're interested in that, if not, definitely just open up another window. Maybe you're interested in higher education. You want to find out what's going on in higher education. Click on the news button and you'll kind of see, do you want somebody to get fired? There's something about free speech zones on college campuses. Maybe you want a specific college campus to not push those people who want to protest or whatever into a specific area. Oh, you can't be on the quad, you have to be in the parking lot or whatever. So maybe you decide that's for you. So definitely, as you're looking at these, once you click on the news, you have a news story that you can post to your outline, with your outline to the discussion board. Let's check out something else. Let's check out controversy with the homeless people. You can see I've been Googling these earlier. And then I want to click on news because I always have to start with a news story. Now, as you're glancing at these, you're going to also notice that there are a couple of places, I think they're actually cities. One of them I think is in California or something, where they're actually outlawing outside tents. So basically they're trying to get rid of homeless people by outlawing the ability to have a tent. So if you were like, well, I'm really interested in that, you could actually then kind of narrow it down and say, does Illinois allow outside tents for homeless people? Find out a little bit more about it. And then from there you can start kind of going, from there. Oh gosh, I'm not sure about all these stories, but you can start saying, okay, now I realize they call them homeless encampments. Okay, maybe I need to change my search to get something more. So let's take a look at another possible. Let's go back here and just say I want to do controversy in sports, and kind of take something like that, make sure I'm still clicked on news, and then maybe I want to, choose something else, and we need to choose something that's not just one person who's doing something bad, but maybe something that affects a lot more people than just one person. So I just wanted to show you at least a couple